What's up, everybody? So, I'm going to talk about the justice system here in Archeage. You'll notice in the chat that you see the jury chat all the time. Fortunately, there's none right now, but as we go, you'll see the jury chat, which is in an orange type color. So players actually get selected for the jury, and they judge the defendant's crime. So if you are stealing people's crops or killing other people of your own faction, you get crime points. So you get crime points. Once you accumulate 50 crime points, you actually go to jail the next time a player kills you. You also build up infamy points. So if you get over 3,000 infamy points, you become a pirate. The infamy points stay constant, whereas the crime points decrease every time you go to prison and you're, taking a sentence. So it will reset down to 0 or 20 or 50, depending on how bad of a criminal you are. So, you may be wondering how to get on the jury. Well, there's actually a quest chain at level 30 that unlocks, and you can start that. There's 4 quests for you to do. It's witness protection number 1. So you'll get that quest at level 30, and that's great. So I believe that you get that quest right away. Instantly, they just give you the quest. The quest starts here for the East faction in the main capital, and it's a couple talk to NPC, talk to the judge in the courthouse. And so after you do that quest, like me, I didn't get another quest. There's actually 3 more quests afterwards. There's witness protection number 2, witness protection number 3, witness protection number 4. I never knew why I didn't get the other quests, so I just kept playing the game, didn't even bother. I was wondering, why am I not on jury? Why can't I be on jury duty? Where's the quest? People were saying, oh, you get the quest from the honor guy, you get this, that. I looked around, I couldn't find it. So after finally doing a lot of research, I figured out why. You have to have 0 crime points to actually get the second jury duty quest. Okay, so the first quest you get at level 30. Everyone gets the first quest of witness protection number 1. To unlock witness protection number 2, you have to complete witness protection number 1, that quest, and you also have to have 0 crime points. So that means you cannot steal any crops, you cannot kill any other factions. Any illegal activities will give you crime points if someone reports your footprints. So you cannot have any crime points. So I actually built up some crime points, and I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense. That's why I didn't get those quests changed. That's why I've never been on the jury. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try and do it. So there are some daily quests out in the world that can reduce your crime points and your infamy at like 20 or 30 a time. So you can do those daily to reduce it down, get it down to 0. Once you get it down to 0, it's still not even good enough because you have a crime record. I actually went to prison once. They locked me in there and threw me in there for like 10 minutes. So I went to prison. So now I have a record, I have a rap sheet, and they're not going to let any just hooligans in on the jury. So what you have to do now is you have to go over to the prison. So this is the prison over here for the East faction. You have to come over here, and you see this NPC right here, and we'll go ahead and actually see the text, what he says. We value our freedom here in Asteria, but we also do value the law. Thieves and murderers aren't good for business. However, if you really want to change your way, we'll let you. You can erase your crime record through public service. Foreman, Cancel, and Asteria will get you started. So this is the first quest that you have to do to prove that you're a good person and that you're, worthy of being on the jury. So we'll go ahead and show you how to get on the jury if you've been a convicted criminal and you've been in jail. If you went to trial and they actually found you innocent and you've never been in jail or never been convicted, you can still serve on the jury by understanding. But this is for people that have actually been in jail and don't know why they can't get into the jury duty. They have 0 crime points now. They lowered it down. So you have to get that quest over here at the island of Penance. And now you can see it brings you way over here. So you have to travel back to the main continent. And then you're going to start the quest chain here. This NPC will actually give you a couple more daily quests that you can reduce your crime points and reduce your infamy. So there are some quests over in Rockborn Basin, around like here, that you can decrease your infamy. And I believe there's also some other quests, either in this region or in like this region, where you can decrease your infamy daily. And like I said, it goes down 20 to 40 points depending on the quest, and you can do that each day. And this is also how you not become a pirate anymore. So say you have 3,000 infamy, there are a lot more quests available for you since you're a pirate. And say you don't want to be a pirate, you'll have to go do these daily quests to reduce your infamy and become a good citizen again. You can also buy in the loyalty shop the infamy remedy. So this one decreases 100 crime points and 100 infamy points. So you get 5 tokens every day. So that means in 3 days you can get one of these potions to decrease your crime points and your infamy down by 100. So that's a pretty big decrease. And these are tradable, so you can actually buy them from other players. So we've made it back to the mainland. Going over here to this quest marker, which is going to be our public service quest. And it gets even crazier, since you would think going over here talking to people, you know, showing that you're a good person, having 0 crime points is a good enough start. They want you to do a whole lot more to actually go back on the jury. So it's pretty much a thing you want to do when you first start the game. You want to have no infamy points, no crime points. You want to get to level 30, get on the jury, because when you're on the jury, you can actually get a cloak. After 5 jury duty, after 5 times you've been on the jury, doing your jury duty, you can get a cloak that is really, really good. From what I understand, it's +7 stats, +7 points to all your stats. So I've heard of you quite the hoodlum, no fan of criminals, but I do believe in second chances. You see the construction South City, we found it, most efficient workers, building while others clean up after them. So you can see infamy -20. You get a little bit of coins. Go ahead and accept that. We have those right there. So this one is to carry cargo packs up to the auctioneer, or up to the let's see here, the courthouse. So we'll go ahead and grab this. And then it actually looks like, because they're not giving you the second quest, it looks like you actually need 0 infamy points. So just having 0 crime points doesn't do it. So this quest is very long and boring. You can see the second marker is right here. We have to take a trade pact and run all the way up here, and we have to do that 3 times just to remove 20 infamy points. So it's going to take you a good 15 minutes or so to do this. Very, very long process. The other one is collecting the debris. So this one is easier. It's collecting 15 little debris nodes right down here. But again, it's still going to only reduce it by 20. So we have 81 infamy points. We need to get rid of all those to get on the jury, it appears. So we're going to actually cancel out these quests and use that potion that we just discussed. So we're going to go over to the loyalty shop and go and buy one of these potions. Collect that potion and use it. It will decrease all our infamy down to 0. So use it. Now we have no infamy, no crime record, no nothing there. So we are good to go there. So we have that all done. we still have this trade pack on our back. And from last time I did this, it's not going to let me actually drop it. I'll try and drop it back over here. Yeah, see, I can't drop it. So once you pick up the stupid trade pack, you can't drop it. You have to actually go to the location that they wanted you to. So don't accidentally pick up this stupid trade pack because it'll be stuck on you until you go and put it in that location. So you waste a good amount of time. So I'm going to cut here. Alright, so we're back here. And so this is where you get the first quest. That's why everyone was saying go to the honor point collector. So you go to the honor point collector. He will have a quest for you here. And this is Witness Protection 1. This is the first quest in the chain that you get at level 30. So it's a very, very simple quest chain now. So we're going to go talk to a couple people. He's over here. And all you're doing is talking to a few NPCs, not doing anything crazy. There's 4 chains in this: Witness Protection 1, Witness Protection 2, Witness Protection 3, Witness Protection 4. And you do need to have 0 infamy and 0 crime points. So you have to be a good guy, a good person, before you can unlock these quests and get on the jury. Once you get on the jury, you'll actually be put in a pool of the players that have done this, and now you'll have a wait list, and there'll be 100 or 200 people waiting, and then so we'll take the first 5 from the jury. If they decline, they'll take the next 5, etc., until they get a whole jury of 5 players. Because the players actually determine whether the defendant is guilty or innocent. And then they also determine how long of a sentence that you get for your crimes. So if someone did a lot of uprooting and people really, really hate uprooting on the jury, they can give them a max sentence. And we've seen sentences up to like 10, 15 hours. So yeah, so if you do a lot of bad stuff, you can rot away in prison and waste tons and tons of time there. And this is all game time. This is all real life. You have to be logged into the game. You can't turn your computer off. You can't, cheat the system anyway. You're stuck in prison for, those hours for all the crimes that you committed. You can break out of prison, but you still have a prisoner's debuff, which means you can't really do that much. I don't know exactly what the prisoner debuff allows you. I believe you can still plant crops and farm, but I believe that's it. I don't think you can attack anything. So we got that. Now Witness Protection 2. I'm going to go and do that. So we're going back to the same NPC that gave us, that we had to talk to for Witness Protection 1. And what the quest chain here is doing is that he was the defendant in a crime. He felt he had a bad jury. He got unfairly punished. He's not really a bad person. He wants a retrial. So that's what this quest chain is doing. They're teaching you about the jury system and how your fates, even though you may not really be a bad person, say you just chop down some trees and people gave you a long sentence because they don't like you. That's very possible. So this is showing you, the jury system, what it's about. So this one, we actually need to go over here and grab some evidence. So we're going to try and clear his name here with the evidence. And then once we get the evidence, the next part of the quest chain is getting enough people to petition and say that he's a good guy, that he deserves another trial. Very, very similar to the actual jury system in-game, because if you can get enough support from players and friends that are saying good things about you in the jury chat, that may sway some of the juries jurors to actually give you a lighter sentence or let you go off for free. Like if you got charged for killing other players of the same faction, but then you have 5 or 6 people defending you, saying that they were protecting us while we were doing crops and farming, and they were just killing the gankers. So that might sway the jury into saying that, oh, okay, he was just doing a good customer service, a good job for the community, rather than being an asshole killing players of the same faction for no reason. So you gotta plead your case. You have to chat with the jurors and try and you can beg, you can try and bribe them, you can try and plead your case, say you're innocent. You can do whatever you want to try and persuade them, yes or no, innocent, guilty, shorter sentence, longer sentence. It's completely up to the player that is the defendant, the guilty one that's in trial, to do whatever they want to do to try and sway the jury one way or the other. Most likely you're going to want to try and be innocent so you can get out of jail faster, so you don't spend a lot of time wasting away. So we go here, complete witness protection number 3. We get witness protection number 4, which this is where he wants the petition. So you have to select the citizen, and you have to get their signature saying that they'll give him a retrial. So we've completed that quest. That quest is really, really simple. You just talk to the NPCs, select the petition. Now we've unlocked everything. We just go turn it in at the judge or the secretary, and then now we're going to be placed on the jury list. You also don't have to accept every jury that you get invited to. And if you do accept it, it teleports you out from wherever you are, puts you on the jury here in these chairs, and then after the jury, it teleports you back to exactly where you were. So now we've completed that. When you pull up your character information, it'll tell you right here, trial served, 0, and it says standby. We're on jury standby order, so we're 603 people away from being on the jury. So you can see here, this is the trial chat in the orange. And when someone becomes a defendant, they'll come stand up here at the podium, and then there will be 5 jurors right there deciding his fate. So that is, in a nutshell, how you become a juror, and you can get the juror's cloak, the bounty hunter cloak, which gives you +7 to all your stats, and allows you to report, I believe, suspicious characters. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.